Which is the least common multiple of 12 and 90? Normally what I do when I'm looking for a least common multiple is I will set up a little table where I will take each number through usually just a couple factors like 1 through 4, and I'll say 1 times 12 is 12, 1 times 90 is 90, 2 times 12 is 24, 2 times 90 is 180, and so on and so on. However, when the numbers are this far apart, one number is much bigger than the first number, you will end up going doing too many steps for one number and barely having to do any steps for the other number. And that eats up too much time that we don't have on this kind of test. So instead, what we need to do is make a factor tree for each of these numbers. And in this factor tree, try to get all the way down to our bare bones prime numbers. So just start with any factors that come to mind. 2 times 6 is the first one that comes to mind for me. We've already got one prime number, so we're good on that front. Let's break 6 apart. 6 can be broken into 2 times 3. Those are both prime numbers, so we are good on that front. Now going over to 90, let's do, I know 2 times 45 gives you 90. That's one of our prime numbers down. For 45, I know that 3 and 15 multiply together. That's another prime number. Now we can go down to 3 times 5 gives you 15, and now we're all the way down to prime numbers. We're done with 90. Now, to take this information and find the least common multiple, what we need to do is tally up the number of times each number appears. So in our 12 tree, we've got 2 occurring twice and 3 occurring once. In our 90 tree, we've got 2 occurring once, 3 occurring twice, and 5 occurring once. So the greatest amount of times 2 appears is twice. So we're going to raise 2 to the power of 2. We're going to multiply that by the greatest amount of times 3 appeared, which is also twice, 1, 2. And then we'll multiply that again by the greatest amount of times our last prime number was occurred, which is 5. So now 2 times 2 is 4, 2 squared is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 squared is 9, times 5. Multiplying these three numbers together, will give us our least common multiple. If we start with 9 times 5, we will get 45. And then if we multiply it by 4, 4 times 5 gives you 20. So I'm running out of room. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 2 is 18, giving us 180 as our final answer, making C the correct choice.